situation here. Um, so we were supposed to have a show tonight. It got rained out because it was outside. So I'm just sitting in my house. I have my stuff out. Figured, might as well go live, play with you guys or something. Talk about whatever. Answer questions. I see a zero there for people who are watching. So anyway, I guess I'm just gonna throw on some backing tracks and I'll talk to you if you say anything. I did not know that was 8 minutes long. I'm sorry. I was gonna cut it early, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Hey, John, I just saw your message. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, this one is the Striker. We did video on this recently. This has been my go-to. Actually, this is weird. I gotta kind of look in the camera weird. So I have a Beretta that I got recently. It's an 85. And it's a really fun guitar. I really like it, but the Striker's better. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I think I just kind of spoiled the Beretta video when it comes out, but I like the Striker better. Like, maybe I'm crazy or something, but this guitar, it feels better, it plays better. Like, right now, like, this was the one that I took to the gig. I left the Beretta at home, and it's an 85 with the JBJ maple fingerboard. I find myself looking at this one. This one's got the Super D. It's actually a dual sound. It has the coil splitting capabilities. Hold on, I just saw a message. Where did it go? Bink, think about filming at rehearsal. That would be fun. Yeah, I mean, I would consider doing that. You know, it's up to the rest of the band to be okay with that, because you know, we don't usually they don't really like that I do the live streams that much. They let me, but you know, I don't know about that. Rehearsal's a time for rehearsing, right? Okay, do you guys have a genre that you want to hear? I'm gonna do another backing track. I won't pick an 8-minute long one this time. Anybody? Anybody have a musical style that they want? Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick a random one and hope it doesn't suck. But I will tell you that if it sucks, I am going to be choosing a different one. Here, what is this? Hendrix Slow Blues in B or Classic Funk Psychedelic Jam? Anybody? Anybody? I'm gonna do the Classic Psychedelic Jam. put it in parallel. Push, pull. Pull it out. This is the Striker. The Beretta is in its case in the basement. All right, that's a 20-minute long backing track. I'm not doing that. Sorry. I've got there's one that I really like. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I think you guys will like it. Every time I listen to this and like practice with this or play with this, it's amazing. Like I really like this. It sounds awesome. Oops. I'm so out of tune. If you use vibrato, you can hide that you're out of tune. right, look, I'm so out of tune, guys. I can't keep going. It sounds real. Like, listen, this is probably gonna sound real bad. Ready? Here's a D chord. Ready? I mean, at least with a Floyd, when it goes out of tune, generally the whole thing stays in tune with itself. But I'm gonna hold on. I gotta get my tuner. Ask me questions and stuff while I'm tuning if you want. I'm all the way down to about E flat. So I'd be ready to play some Van Halen songs, right? Oh man, I'm way out. Oh, this is a good look, isn't it? Me bent out of frame trying to tune this guitar. I'm sorry. Tuner's down there and I'm up here. All right, that's better. Let's see if I fixed it. That's better. Anyway, how's everybody doing this evening? Do you like to play any metal? Zach says. Or said. Probably a long time ago. What time is it? Yeah, you asked me that like 3 minutes ago. Metal. Depends on what you mean by metal, man. Hi, John. Thank you. Glad you're doing good. Why don't I play a song that's like an actual song, right? I've been doing backing tracks, but like maybe I should just like put on a backing track of a real song and just kind of like play it live. Do you guys like that? We could try that and see how it goes. Let's see here. I've got one in mind. Hang tight for just a second. I'm pulling it up. Thrash, death, and black. My favorite type of metal is definitely thrash metal. There's something about it. I really like Lightning to the Nations. That's a really good album. I really like Metallica, obviously. I like Megadeth. There was some thrash band that I was listening to the other day that I'd never heard of before, but they were pretty good. I'll see about doing a thrash song in a minute. First, let's try something like this. So this song starts with vocals. I don't know what key it's in. So let me listen to it for a second, and then we'll start. Okay? It's an E flat, damn it. I can't do this one right now. I got a Floyd. How about this? Is this an E at least? Come on. That's also an E flat. It should say that in the title. Oh, look, this one says standard tuning. There we go. And that has lyrics. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give up on doing that. Somebody said thrash, right? Let me see if I can find a thrash backing track for you, because thrash is really fun. Thrash. There we go. What we got? This one's in D minor. Let's try it. Nope. It lied. It's changing keys on me. Look, man, I love thrash metal, but the thing about why I like it so much is that it's complicated, right? It's got like all these different parts, and so if I'm picking a random backing track, I don't know when the changes are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Here we go. I like this one. This is a good one. Do you ever, if any of you guys who are watching play, do you ever just like feel like that backing track? Like I used to love that, and like just now listening to it, I wasn't feeling it. I felt like I was playing like shit. I don't know why. You know, sometimes you just kind of don't have the inspiration. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pull up a different one because so far the only one that I really liked was the first one I did when I went live about 25 minutes ago. I really like that one. It's basically The Thrill Is Gone by BB King. That's what it sounds like. I'm not going to do it again. I already did that earlier. Oh, here we go. This is an amazing song, okay? I love this song. I might sing it. I might sing it too. I don't know what key it's in though. Yeah! Yeah! I'm going down, 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 down. I'm going down, 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 down. I've got my head out the window, 2 feet on the ground. She's gone, 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 gone. She's gone, 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 gone. I got my head out the window, 2 feet on the ground. Let's go! Hey! Going down, 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 down. Going down, 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 down. I got my head out the window, 2 feet on the ground. Yeah, that was fun. That's more like it. That's more like it. You know, I don't know, man. I sometimes just, it's the other way, right? Sometimes you start playing something and you're like, hey, that's good. I like that. All right, let's put the amp on different setting. I'm getting kind of tired of this. Let's see what we got here. This is a fun setting, but there's no reason to use it on anything. Anyway, let's put on a... Oh god, that sounds awful. Not using that setting. I don't think I demonstrated this in the review of this guitar, but I wanted to show you something. So I've got a super distortion in here. This has 4 wire, so it's actually called a dual sound, but it's a super distortion. So it's got push-pull, series parallel, not split, you know, whatever. So with it pushed in, it sounds like a super distortion. Right? When you pull it out. I think that's really cool. Series parallel. If you haven't tried it, try it. That's the way to do it. I really like that sound. But I'm never doing it again. That soldering sucks. All right, let's do another song. Let's do one of my very favorite songs. This was the song that made me realize that Jimi Hendrix was a dude. I mean, that guy... I used to think, like, growing up, you know, my inspiration was, like, I don't know, Randy Rhoads and Eddie Van Halen and stuff, right? And Jimi Hendrix was in my head. Now, remember, I'm, like, 10. In my head, I'm like, man, Jimi Hendrix is this lame... What is this guy? Like, his music's all old and weird and stuff. And, like, I didn't like him. I disliked him. And then I heard this song, and it changed my entire perspective on the guy. So, we're going to do this. This will be fun. I think, let's see, is this the right length? If it isn't, I apologize. The thing is, the song ends on the last lyric, so if I run out of measures or something, and I'm singing in silence, then I'm sorry. The timing was so bad. There's a red house over yonder, baby. That's where my baby stays. Lord, there's a red house over yonder. That's where my baby stays. I ain't been home to see my baby about 99 and 1/2 days. Wait a minute, something's wrong here. The key won't unlock the door. Something's wrong. Lord have mercy, the key won't unlock the door. I got a bad feeling that my baby don't live here no more. That's alright. I got my guitar. Look out now. well go back over yonder, way back upon the hills. I might as well go back over yonder, way back beyond the hills. Cause my baby don't love me no more. I know her sister will. Yeah, that's fun. What have I got here? Thanks, John. I totally agree. Jimmy was very good. I mean, a lot of people are like, he's the greatest of all time. And, you know, maybe he was. You know, you got to take into account when he was around. But it's really hard, man. Because, like, if you're going to say that he changed guitar and he changed music and stuff, you could say that about a lot of guys. And just because he did it first, does that make him the best? Maybe. Maybe. He didn't do it first, really. Some of that stuff, though, like the fuzz and the wah pedal and stuff, he was the first that did it like that. Other guys had used it, and there were one-off cases, but he was like the first one that made it part of who he was and part of what he was doing all the time, instead of like one time doing it on one song. You know what I mean? He's definitely in that conversation, for sure. Let's do another song. We'll do another Hendrix song. How about that? Here we go. I'm using my controller and my TV to look this stuff up. I don't have my keyboard here. All right, I'm gonna change the setting again because that one sounded kind of dead. You don't care for me, I don't care about that. You got a new boo, ha, I like it like that. I've only one burning desire. Let me stand next to your. Let me stand. Hey, let me stand. Let me stand. Dig this, baby. Stop acting so fucking crazy. You say your mom ain't home, it ain't my concern. Just don't play with me, and you won't get burned. I've only one bitchin' desire. Let me stand next to your. Let me stand next to your fire. 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 I move over, and the Jacob take over. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, get on with it, baby. You try to give me your money, you better save it, babe. Save it for your rainy day. I've only one bitchin' desire. Let me stand next to your. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stand next to your fire. Okay, that was fun. See if I missed anything. Thanks, John. I was supposed to play for 3 hours tonight, so I got all ready to go, you know, and there's no show. So I guess I'm giving you guys my voice tonight instead. Usually I save it all week. When I do like a cover or record a cover or something, I have to have it finished by Tuesday or Wednesday because I save my voice. I won't even yell at my dog during the week because I want to make sure my voice lasts for 3 or 4 hours like it's supposed to. Let's see what we can come up with now. Anybody have any requests for a style or maybe a song? I might not know it. If I know it, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm going to pick something random and it's probably going to suck. I don't know that one, John. I'm sorry. When you go to YouTube and you look up guitar backing track, like they're all the same. Like it's like they went to the same school of thumbnails as everybody else did. So like you can't really tell. Like they'll for the example, what is this? Cruising smooth groove. What is that? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna close my eyes and pick one. Boom. I don't know what this is. Oh, look, I shouldn't have done that. I picked the jazz one. Of all the ones that I've seen, that's the only jazz. I didn't even know there was a jazz one. Let's try this one. I don't know what this is. Okay, this will do. Yeah, that'll do. I like it, but I don't like it for me though. What's going on out in your part of the world, your part of the country? You guys. I was gonna play this and sing this whole time, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to. See if I missed anything. Funk 49. John, I don't know any of those songs. I'm real sorry. If I did, I'd do it. I would. I really would. I really would. So I made a video tonight, and I finished, and I wasn't ready to be done playing for tonight. Slow here in the South, no problem. Well, that's good. Slow is good sometimes, you know? I used to live in real close to Indianapolis, and it was real busy all the time. Very fast. I didn't like that. So me and my family moved to the border of Indiana, way west, and there's nobody out here. We like that. Anyway, I was making a video earlier. It's about how to make a song on a really old Mac computer. Because like I needed a new computer because the one I was using for recording music wasn't working so good. So I went to go look them up for prices, and they were like, you know, the cheapest one's $1,200. I mean, you get a refurbished one, or you could get like one from 2019 or 2020 for like $600 or $800. But most people don't have that kind of money to just throw around, right? Like I'm not a professional making lots of money musician or anything. I have a regular job too, and so I went and I got this old one, and I refurbished it. So I did a video on that. That's like not normal for me for this channel. Like we don't We don't do that kind of stuff. But I thought that it fit into the narrative of what I'm trying to do here because, I talk about let's try to do things with what we have. And I thought that this was, a lot of times when you're playing music, you want to record it. And you either don't do it because you don't know how, or you don't do it because you don't have time, or you've decided not to. But if you're not doing it because you don't know how, I wanted to make a video showing how to do that. So first, the video was how I restored and upgraded this Mac. It's from 2012. It's old. And then recording a song. So actually, the video that's coming out in a couple of weeks is basically it's one shot. Like there's no cuts or anything, if I can help it. And it's literally I make up a song during the video, and we record the bass, the guitar, we add the drums, and then we solo over it and finish it all in one video. So just kind of an example of how to do it and it's with free software. It's with GarageBand. So people who know how to do it, you may laugh at my attempt to explain it, but I just wanted to show it to somebody they'd never seen it or they didn't know how to do it. And it can unlock a realm of possibilities, even if you're not going to be sharing it to the world or sharing it to anybody or releasing it, even if it's just for you. Like I have an external hard drive with probably 200 to 300 recordings on it. Most of them are completed songs, but they're not really going to be released. They're not professional quality, but they're good enough that I could take those ideas somewhere else and get them recorded properly. So that's something that we worked on. The song that I came up with it is a good, simple program, John, I agree. GarageBand is my favorite DAW. I have to say it. Logic is just GarageBand with a lot of extra things, but GarageBand's my favorite. And the reason is because of how easy it is to use. If I wanted it to be professional grade with every minute little thing, I would take it to a producer and have him do it. For those of us who like to record stuff at home and we're not major and we're not trying to release our music, we're just trying to get things done or put them on YouTube, for example, GarageBand is perfect. I mean, it has this feature where you can have a drummer play and you can link it to your bass track that you recorded, and he'll hit his kick and his snare with the bass drum or with the bass track that you recorded. It's amazing, the technology that they have. And I have yet to find a drummer plugin for any other DAW that works as well as that one. I mean, that is a game changer. I literally bought this Mac for the drummer. That's the only reason that I got a Mac in the first place. I have an old one, but I wanted to get one a little bit better, and it's literally the only reason. I mean, I have DAWs that work on my Windows computer, but that drummer feature is irreplaceable once you start using it and once you start creating demos with it. You cannot replace it unless you have a real drummer. And I try not to bother my drummer with that stuff. We do enough as it is. So my original music is separate from the band's music. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm guessing you guys are still here because you want to see me play, so I should find something to play. I want something that's like real easy, real smooth. So I'm gonna pull this up into parallel. I need some tube screamer. That's better. Hey, man. How are you? It got canceled because of the rain. It does. There's still 10 minutes left on this backing track. That'd be awesome, man. Sorry, guys, I'm not playing another 10 minutes of that. I'm out of tune again, by the way. Horribly so. Let me, I don't understand why. I mean, usually I can go through a whole gig with this guitar and it won't go out of tune. With those Cache saddles that we installed in that video. It stays in tune really well, but today it's just not. I'm gonna guess that it's because the temperature is fluctuating so much in the part of the country I'm in right now. That's better. All right, that sounds better. That's a good song to test your tuning with because you're hitting most of the strings and you're going, you know, up and down. Anyway, yeah, hi. If you've still been here this whole time, thank you. If you're new here or just joining us, we're just hanging out, you know? We're not really, this is no plan. There's usually a gig on this channel at this time, but not right now. It got canceled because of the rain. So we're live now, just talking, yeah. Just stumbled in, and that'd be a good name for a bar, the Stumble Inn. James Gang was Joe Walsh's band. You'd know him if you heard him. I think you're right, John. You're probably right. Just like a lot of things that I don't know the name of them, right? But then you hear it and you know exactly what it is. Doesn't sound right. Where's the treble? I'm just messing around, guys. No, you can't, Bubba. That dude right there is the reason that I'm doing any of this. I mean, that cassette tape, I heard it. My dad played it for me in his truck when I was a kid one time, and like that synth sound at the beginning of "Running with the Devil." The first time I heard it, I knew something was about to happen. Like, I don't know, I was a little kid, and when that like that opening slide, I hadn't heard anything like that before. Now, it's not like this was 1978 and like that kind of music didn't exist. I mean, this is in like, well, you know, a kid, their world is about this big, right? You don't have much exposure to stuff at a certain age. So like, I didn't realize this was all long before my time, right? This was, you know, that album came out about, well, not quite 20 years before I was born, but about 10-ish years before I was born. And, you know, I loved that album. I thought it was great. And when I heard Ice Cream Man, I literally started yelling. I was so excited. Like, I'd never heard anything like that. I don't know why it wasn't I'm the One or like one of those other songs that are arguably more impressive on the guitar. But when I heard Ice Cream Man, that solo, like, I completely lost my mind. Like, I had no idea what was going on. And I told my dad, I was like, I want to listen to that again. So he kept rewinding the tape. And he had one of those fancy cassette players that it knew when you could actually seek between songs. I guess it like detected silence and then it would automatically stop. So anyway, I kept hitting rewind and kept listening to that song. And I remember one time, I was at Boy Scout camp. And I told my dad that I wanted to go home early because I wanted to listen to Van Halen on the cassette in the car on the way home. I didn't want to wait a few more days. I wanted to listen to Van Halen right now. So yeah, I just saw a comment back there a minute ago. That is why I like these Kramers, I think. I didn't play guitar at the time. I didn't really have any visual understanding of what he was doing. I just knew that it sounded absolutely crazy. And, you know, eventually, it was a few years after that, actually. And believe it or not, my second Van Halen album was Balance. It wasn't Van Halen 2 or Fair Warning or 1984 or 5150 or any of those. It was Balance. That was my second album. So those two albums were like the big deal for me. Like that's what made me want to play. And I decided that maybe someday I'd be able to play, you know, Running with the Devil. I never thought I'd ever be able to play any of the other songs that he could play, ever. And there's still a lot that I can't play today. And there's a lot of people are that way. Now, some of you out there, you may be able to play them all perfectly, and that's awesome. Like, I commend you for that. But me, I mean, I actually recorded I'm the One, and I think it went really well. But see, here's how my videos work. When I do a music video, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll record a cover. You know, I'll sit down like in my chair at my computer and I'll record I try to do everything in one take and then the solo is in a separate take. And then, you know, I finish it, I listen back to it, and if it sounds good, then I'll re-record it while filming. So when you're watching a video of me doing a cover, I am actually recording, but I always record it twice. First, I record it to make sure I can do it, to learn it. And the second time, I record the rhythm part, usually the bass, and then the solo is always going to be a separate take no matter what. It's always going to be a separate take. So I did my normal process, and I chose I'm the One. And I was able to finish it. Like, I was able to play most of it. And the solo wasn't exactly like his. Like, I did my own different kind of things with it. But I finished it, and I couldn't believe that I did it. Like, I recorded I'm the One. And that was the one, as I got older, that was most impressive to me. Ice Cream Man was the one that started it, but I'm the One was the one that finished it. That song, that solo, and the way he plays on that song, that's the one that, as I got older, was always the gold standard for me, was I'm the One. Got better to me as he got older. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think he did get better as he got older. If you listen to, like, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, for example, and you listen to some of those songs like Pleasure Dome, a lot of people don't like that song. My wife hates that song. She can't stand it. But, like, you can hear some stuff in that album that he would never have even tried before. And this is an unpopular opinion, and I may make a video about this, but Van Halen 3, there is some amazing stuff on that album. Now, I think the problem with the album is some of the lyrics are the worst lyrics I've ever heard in an album. Like, there's a lyric on there that's pizza man grabbing for a slice, fat man going for a second helping. Like, really weird stuff like that. Gary Sharon is an amazing singer. Like, Extreme is amazing. If you haven't listened to their new song, Rise, you should go listen to it. It's amazing. But I think the problem with that album was, number one, Eddie was drunk and on drugs. He was going through a divorce, and Gary's vocals were just not mixed very well. I think if they went back and they remastered the album and made his vocals sound better, you'd have a better album. Fire in the Hole off that album is one of my favorite Van Halen songs, like, period. Like, that's in my top 10, Fire in the Hole. That song, the way it starts, the riff, and From Afar is a very good song too. It's like you can hear Gary descending into madness as he sings it. Like, he starts kind of normal and then he gets kind of crazy toward the end. And that riff in it is really good. But yeah, to your point, he did get better as he got older, I think. You could tell, like, if you listen to the original, and then if you listen to the original demo tapes, like Van Halen 0, and you compare that to the finished versions on A Different Kind of Truth, you can tell Eddie's a lot better than he was those, 30, 40 years before that. So, whoops. I have no idea what just happened. I have been told that I should play, so I will. Sorry, we got kind of sidetracked there, but started talking about my number one influence. I think I'm tuned now. All right, if I were to play, I would pick something to play. So let's do a Heartbroken Blues. He says King Edward. Oh, so you want me to play an Edward song? Okay, I'm gonna do that. Running. I'm pulling one up, guys. Hold on. Here's the problem. A lot of these backing tracks they have lyrics. Like, they have vocals behind them. And I like to sing. So when I'm playing a backing track and, like, they left the vocals, like, I understand, like, a lot of guitarists, a lot of you out there don't want to sing it, and that's totally fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just wish it would say that. And I wish there were more of a selection of these without lyrics. Let's see if this one has vocals or not. I don't know. Okay, I think I found it. All right. I do this one every Saturday night, so you've seen me play this before. In fact, I posted it to this channel, but this will be fun. she comes, oh, passing top down. Hot shoe, burning down the avenue. Model citizen, zero discipline. Don't you know she's coming home with me? Loser in the turn, I'll get her. Uh-oh, Panama, Panama, oh, Panama, Panama, oh. Shiny machine. I can't hear the backing track over my guitar. Hold on, I'll pick it up in the pre-chorus. Don't you know she's coming home with me? Loser in the turn, I'll get her. Panama, Panama, oh. Panama, Panama, oh. Yeah, things are a little bit hot tonight. I can barely see the road from the heat coming on. Reach down between my legs and ease the seat back. She's running, I'm flying, right behind in the rear view mirror now. Got this feeling, power steering, pistons popping, ain't no stopping now. Panama, Panama, oh, Panama, Panama, oh, Panama, Panama, oh, Panama. Man, it would have helped if I could actually hear. So I got the TV like way over there, like playing the sound. I'm in my living room. Normally I'm in my basement, but it's kind of a mess right now. So I'm sitting upstairs. Yeah. Sorry. That sucked. That's okay. Gotta suck sometimes. There's nothing beautiful if there's nothing ugly. There's nothing good if there is nothing bad. I would say that last thing, it wasn't so good. Let's see. What do we want to... Oh, here's something for you. Last night, so my family, my wife and my daughter, they're spending time with my wife's mother, with my mother-in-law. So they're like out of state for a couple days. I'm going tomorrow to meet them. So I've had the house to myself. I haven't been alone for like 10 years. I forgot to eat yesterday, for example. I mean, anyway, so since I have the house to myself, I was like, I can make something that I wouldn't normally be able to make, you know? So I actually recorded a original music video for one of my songs that I wrote. It's not like anything I've ever done before. It's not me in my basement playing all the instruments and singing into the microphone and stuff. It's not like that at all. Like, it's actually like I wrote. It's not like a script. There's not like a story or anything, but I actually have like set pieces and stuff. Like during the guitar solo, I break out of the closet. So like I set the camera outside. It's like during the guitar solo, when the guitar solo starts, I kick the door in and the door slams open and then I step out and start playing the guitar solo. So stuff like that. I'm really excited about it. I don't know when it's going to come out though, because I need to show it to some people that I know and get their opinion on it before I post it. Because with YouTube, you can't pull it back and fix it and put it out later. You have to put it out a new video, right? So like, let's say I got 100 views on there. If I took it down, I'd lose those 100 views. But I also don't want to have duplicate and have the same thing up twice. So that's something that I've been working on. I recorded like 2 videos yesterday, so I've been hard at work. Um, I reviewed the Line 6, you saw that. I did a cover of a Van Halen song. I did that's my original song. So there's some stuff coming. I also did a Dio song, and I did a Nirvana song. So I've got like 5 or 6 things like queued and ready to go. But I got to figure out how to make sure that this music video is good enough because I spent a lot of time on it, and I think that it could be really good for, I think the song's pretty good. I hope you guys like it. It's called Monsters. It's about a guy who can't deal with trying to sleep at night because he's always got these things going on in his head or whatever. So I hope you guys like it. That'll be coming out soon. What should I do now? What do you guys think I should do now? Anybody have any opinions or requests? I gotta find my Powerade. I had a Powerade and I lost it. It's around here somewhere. Maybe not. That's okay. I don't need to drink anything. What time is it even? It is 1:17 in the morning. Here where I live. Let me check something here. You can't see, but I'm checking my computer for something. Oh my God. What does this mean? Oh. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I mean, I'll probably keep going for a few more minutes at least. Did you guys have a request? Classic rock sounds good. How about some Pat Travers? Don't know if I know any, but I don't want to do a disservice by trying to do something that I don't know. Like, I'm okay with doing something that I don't know, but let me look him up and see what he's got. Oh, he's the one who did Born Under a Bad Sign, huh? Let me pull it up. Hello, what happened? I know this. Yeah, I don't know how to play any of those songs though. I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't ask people what they want to hear if I can't play it. Sorry. Classic rock though. What's good classic rock? There's a lot of good classic rock out there. Let's man. I used to have these really good backing tracks that, like, every time I heard them, it made me, like, it put me in a really good mood, and I was able to play really well with them. I can't find them now. I don't know what happened. I should have saved them in a playlist or something. Oh, I know. I've got a good one that I really like. Sorry, bear with me. We're going to be playing music in just a second. Okay, this one is 10 minutes. Wait. Oh my God. Why does it do this? All right, this will be fine. That's right, John. We play that one almost every Saturday. That was fun. Yeah, who needs them? I do that when we play sometimes. I don't usually do it on purpose. I don't like try and be like, oh look, I'm so good. I'm gonna show off and show you how I can play without. Oftentimes it's because so I have this habit when I want to slow things down or bring things down. What I do is I'll put my pick here and then I'll just pick with my hand. That kind of stuff. And then if it gets bigger, sometimes I'm stuck. I don't know how to explain it. Like, yeah, it's an easy motion to just, pull it up like that, or pull it out like that, but I don't know. I just kind of I don't think, and that's actually a good thing. If you start overthinking it while you're playing or performing, you're going to have a bad time. Let's see, how about, that's a good song right there. Oh, Polygap. That's a really good song. I don't remember how it goes, so I just really like it. Damn it. Oh my god, there's 20 minutes left on this back. I'm not doing 20 more minutes of that. Why do I get myself into this situation, man? Alright, Mount Rushmore guitar players, eh? That's hard. I mean, the first couple of them are easy, though. Eddie Van Halen for sure. I'm gonna throw a wild one out there. Phil Collin from Def Leppard. That dude is crazy good. I'm gonna put Nuno Bettencourt on there, Steve Vai, and I'm gonna have to go with Angus for number 5. That's my Mount Rushmore right there. Yes, I left off Jimi Hendrix. Yes, I left off Eric Clapton. I left off Jimmy Page. That's hard. You got to leave somebody off to put somebody on, right? But maybe Nuno gets taken off. I really like him, and Phil Collin. But that Pyromania album, the whole man, the guitar on that album is smoking. Like that came out like what, 2 years after Back in Black, and it was the same producer. And like I guess the previous guitarist had gotten fired, and so they hired Phil Collin, and they were like, "Hey, the songs are all complete. They just need lead. Go just do whatever you want on top. Like, here's the whole song. Do whatever you want on top of it." And that's like a guitarist's dream. So that's Pyromania, I think, is so good, partly because it's just an amazing album, but That lead guitar, man, I don't know if it was his. If anybody knows, whose idea was it to use the Tom Scholz Rockman as the amps on that album? Was it Phil's idea or was it somebody else? Because that was a defining feature of that album. Anyway, that's my Mount Rushmore. But if I had to be honest, though, and like choose popular opinion, it would be Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix. I have to leave Eric Clapton off of it because I don't like him. He's not a good guy. Jimmy Page, maybe. I mean, I respect him, and I respect EVH, Page, Iommi, Angus, Rhodes, Black. Yeah. See, that's the problem. It's like you got to leave somebody off, right? Hey, John, I can totally jive with that. Beck, yes. Okay, yeah. I don't think the only wrong answer is if you said like Machine Gun Kelly or Lil Wayne or something. Somebody who stood with a guitar on stage one time. Like that would objectively be a wrong answer though, in that case. But then they're not really guitarists either, are they? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? Here, I'm gonna put this down. I want to show you something that I got set next to me. Oh. Look. Yeah. I still use it. It has the audio quality on it is so good. And I modified this. Heading inside to get some shut-eye. All right, thank you, sir. I'm actually planning to drive to see her tomorrow. So I will definitely do that. Thank you. Have a good night, man. Anyway, I modified this. It's got 256 gigabyte SSD. And I don't know. We live in a world of streaming music, but good night, man. Yeah, this is an iPod, like an old iPod with the click wheel. I still use it. I put a new battery in it. I put a SSD. The audio quality is fantastic in these old iPods. Like we're all, I mean, I keep having these ideas for videos, you know, and I just don't know if they're appropriate for this channel. Like I've built like this idea of what this channel should be, but then I have these ideas and I don't know if they're worth doing or not. For example, the fact that all of us, like as a society, we don't hear good music anymore. We don't, quality-wise. We are all using, most of us, Bluetooth and streaming services. Night, John. Have a good one. But yeah, anyway, we're all using streaming services and Bluetooth now. Two ends of lowering the audio quality. And I feel like we are used to music sounding like that. Like we're used to what music sounds like over Bluetooth. We're used to what music sounds like over a streaming service. And then when you put a CD in and listen to a CD. Oh, you're telling Leo and Dan goodnight. I see you. I see you, John. I get it. I get it. Anyway, you guys may listen to CDs. I don't know if you do. I do. There's a marked difference between the two. If you haven't lately, find a CD, find a device to play the CD and listen to it because it's gonna blow your mind. Like we're all listening to these like highly degraded, highly like artifacted sounds coming through Bluetooth over the internet through a streaming service, and it just doesn't sound the way that it was supposed to sound. So I digress. I saw my iPod laying over there, so I had to show it to you. But that's why I have it, is because I have songs that I've directly ripped off of audio CDs. All right, what do you guys want to do now? I'm coming up on 100 minutes of this stream. I didn't expect to stream for this long. Normally I only stream for like 5 minutes and then I delete it. But I found that with my band streams, people actually watch them, and people are kind of used to having a Saturday night with me, so figured I'd make one. You guys have any Any requests or anything you want to talk about? I wish there was a way to like more blues. Hell yeah. I'm down with that. Let me get a one queued up. Oh, there was this. Here we go. One time during one of these streams, it was actually with this backing track. I was playing it, and this guy came in, and he left me this really nasty comment, and then he was like, "You shouldn't pretend to play the guitar on a live stream." And he started like calling me names and left. I don't know. I'm only telling you that because I forgot about it till just now. But I was playing to this backing track, and like it wasn't like super impressive or like super good or anything, but like the guy was like, "You should stop. You're faking it. You're not actually playing that. Stop faking it." And then he started like sending me these mean messages like, "You should quit YouTube. You should leave. You're a liar. You're a faker." SRV car CD player for months. Yeah, Bubba. You're right. I do like my CDs though. But yeah, they are a thing of the past, unfortunately. Hopefully they make a comeback. Like if I ever release an album, I'll make them, but I'm not gonna stock them. Welcome. What is this? Message is held for review. Oh, what's that mean? I'd like to see what that means. I want to view the message. John. Something got messed up in my chat. Can you? Oh my God. I'm going to say out loud what it blocked you from saying. People are assholes sometimes. Yes, they are. Why did it do that? It sent me this thing and it was like a potentially inappropriate message has been sent in this chat. What? Okay. Anyway, John, I didn't see the rest of your message. Did you ask me what strings are on this guitar? Message is held for review. You can't say arsehole either, Bubba. It blocks you from saying that. That's terrible. Okay, John, strings. These are 9s, stainless steel, Fender. I have a terrible nickel allergy, so I have to use stainless steel, unfortunately. I've been using stainless steel exclusively for a couple of years now, and I've not had a single problem with my frets wearing out. A lot of people will say, don't do that, you'll wear out your frets, but literally, it's been like 2-3 years. I've exclusively used stainless steel. I don't have a single iota of fret wear on any of my guitars from it, so that's a myth. Now, if you have a different experience, like, I'll believe you, but I've not had that experience. But yeah, these are 9s. Oh, by the way, check out the back plate on this thing. It's sealed. There's like no holes in it. Isn't that weird? That might be why it sounds so good. I don't know. That whole tone wood thing. You could put a super distortion on a piece of concrete and it would sound good. But I don't know, maybe having a sealed trem cavity like that makes a difference. Okay, enough talk. As Def Leppard would say, action, not words. So let's do this. I know. They don't know what I know. Call my baby, sure and sweet. Call my baby, call my baby. John, I don't think you go to jail unless I report your message as being bad, which it wasn't, so I'm not going to report it. This is such a good song. Man. Whew. I gotta say, so this is sort of related. So we did a video on this, like, last week, I think. These saddles. I have been bending the shit out of these strings. Like, crazy bends. And they're not breaking. Like, they're not popping out of the saddles, and they're not breaking. Like, I'm kind of shocked. A lot of times when you try to do those extreme bends with a Floyd, you're going to end up with the string popping out or going terribly out of tune. which I went a little bit out of tune a few times tonight with this guitar so far, but not to the point where it was like completely, like, for example, I just went to town on those strings. So like, let's see how out of tune we are. Little bit. Did you guys know that Led Zeppelin 1 was almost exclusively recorded with a Telecaster? I didn't realize that. I was reading about it, and I guess Jimmy Page used the Telecaster for like all of those songs, like Communication Breakdown and all those. They were done with a single coil on the bridge. That's pretty crazy to me. I do love the sound of a Telecaster though, so maybe, it's not a Les Paul. I don't know. You might be right, but this would have been like Led Zeppelin 1. So I don't know how far. Well, yeah, they knew each other from Yardbirds, so I suppose it is possible that it was that one. I don't know. Yeah, so that's a interesting fact. Because I was going to record something, and I couldn't quite get the sound right. And so I looked it up, and it was like, oh yeah, he used a Telecaster. Yeah, I don't play that kind of music anymore. I used to, so I went through this phase when I only played my acoustic. It was really weird. I didn't play my electric guitar for like a year when I was in high school. I only played my acoustic. I don't know. I guess maybe everybody goes through that phase, but I was all about doing that kind of stuff. So the jury's out on this, guys. I was going to make a video about this, but everybody else did, so I didn't. So there are claims that heavier gauge strings are like fatter sounding. And so you don't really want a fat sounding like up here. You want fat sounding down here. So the idea behind hybrid strings is that you get the fat sound down there, but you get the ease of playing up here. For example, you'd get like the 9s up here and then the 10s down here, or the 9s up here and the 11s down here. I think that there could be some truth to it. Honestly, I don't see how it wouldn't. Better bends. So here's how that would work. If you're currently using, let's say you're using 10s currently, and you find a hybrid set that has 10s for your lower strings and 9s for your higher strings, yeah, the bends are going to be easier. Like I played with 10s for most of the time I've played the guitar. And these 9s, like, I don't know, you can do some pretty crazy stuff with that, with 9s. You can go really crazy high up there, and it's not that hard to do either. Sounds like a Led Zeppelin performance. I can't recall which one. It's at the Royal Albert Hall, but I don't remember what song. Like, Jimmy Page does that, and the Robert Plant is like, na, 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 and he's like singing it back to him. I don't know. Anyway, yes, the bends are easier. You could also just switch to 9s or 8s or whatever's below what you're currently doing. I found that there's a negligible difference. And here's the thing people need to remember. Your amplifier has an EQ section, right? So if they're like, yeah, I like it, but there's just not enough bass. The other strings have more bass. But you just turn the bass knob up on your amp. Like, it's not that hard to do. What did you say? You said something. It went away. Hold on. It says, you shook me all night long, it sounds like. Oh, you mean like what I was just doing? Yeah, it does sound like that. Yeah, John. I'm the same way. I didn't play them for the longest time because I was buying into that myth that like, oh, your Les Paul's got to have 10s on it so it'll be boomy. And it is. But the difference is so negligible. Like you switch to 9s and all of a sudden your guitar's like, it's like a cheat code. It's so easy to play. I did find though that I got to tune my guitar a little bit flat because of how hard I push them. Like if I had this tuned like normally, open the way that it should be tuned exactly to pitch, all of my notes would be sharp because of the way that I play. So I did find that I have to tune my guitar a little bit flat to make up for it. And it's random. I can't tell you why. But that's a tip. If you find your guitar is always out of tune or something, check that. You might need to tune your guitar flat because you're pushing down so hard that you're making it go sharp. Oh, don't do it. Bubba, don't do it. 11s? That's so bad. No, I get the idea behind that. It's like, you're new, you're gonna learn how to play, you're gonna learn the hard way so that when we take the training wheels off, it's easier. No! Yeah, I agree with you. That's ridiculous. Why would a person want to learn how to play the guitar if their guitar physically injures them when they play it? Now, that doesn't mean you go put 7s on a new person's guitar. But, jeez, that's terrible. I don't agree with that. I had 11s on, I do have 12s on a guitar right now, but it's tuned to B standard. All the way down to B standard. And it's Les Paul scale length. I did a video on it. It's the EC10. It's currently a baritone sort of guitar. It sounds really cool. But I had to use 12s because that was the closest I could get the tension so that the neck was being pulled the same amount as it would be tuned to E standard with 10s. Excuse me. Geez, what time is it? It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. What do you say we do one more song? And then I'm going to call it a night. Let's find a song. This is the last one for the night. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Hey, that's a wrap, I think. I've been doing this for about 2 hours now. Um, Thanks, Bubba. Appreciate that very much. See you, John. See you, Bubba. I'm gonna try and do this more often. It won't just be on I mean, obviously on Saturdays I'm gigging, so I might do this once a week. We'll see. If you guys would be interested in something like that. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Have a good night.